Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is Dr. Smina Javed, Professor of the Biochemistry from IMC, Islamabad. We have, in the last lecture, we have started discussing lipid transport and storage, in which we have discussed how the lipids are transported in circulation. Lipids are transported in the form of the lipoproteins, which are we have the chylomicrons, VLDL, IDL and LDL and HDL. These lipoproteins are discussed in the last lecture, how they are synthesized and how they are metabolized. Today we will discuss how these lipoproteins are uptaken by the liver cells. Liver is responsible for the uptake of the remnant lipoproteins. When these lipoproteins, for example chylomicron, they circulates in the blood, they are acted upon by the endothelial lipase, which hydrolyze the triacylglycerol of the chylomicron. And we have then developed the synthesis of the chylomicron remnants. These chylomicron remnants are taken up by the receptor-mediated endocytosis in the liver. Cholesterol esters and triacylglycerol are hydrolyzed and metabolized by the hepatic lipase, which is present in the liver. Uptake is mediated by the ApoE via two ApoE dependent receptors. These two ApoE dependent receptors are the LDL receptor ApoB100 and E. LDL receptor related protein, and second is the LDL receptor related protein hepatic lipase has dual action. It acts as a ligand to facilitate remnant uptake, and second function is it hydrolyzes the remnant triacylglycerol and phospholipids. VLDL, after metabolism, it is converted into the IDL. This remnant particle may be uptaken by the liver via the LDL receptor, or they may be further metabolized to LDL in the circulation. Only one molecule of the ApoB100 is present in each of the lipoprotein, and this is conserved during transformation. Liver and extrahepatic tissue, they expresses the LDL receptors. It is specific for ApoB100. It also takes up the lipoprotein rich in ApoE. 30% of the LDL is degraded in the extrahepatic tissue, while 70% are degraded in the liver. There is a positive correlation between the incidence of the atherosclerosis and plasma concentration of the LDL cholesterol. LDL receptor is defective in familial hypercholesterolemia, a genetic condition in which the blood LDL cholesterol levels are increased, and this is responsible for the early atherosclerosis in childs. HDL metabolism. HDL takes part in both lipoprotein triacylglycerol and cholesterol metabolism. HDL is synthesized and secreted from both liver and the intestine. ApoE and ApoC are synthesized in the liver and transferred from the liver HDL to intestinal HDL. A major function of the HDL is to act as a repository for ApoE. ApoE is required in the metabolism of the chylomicron and VLDL. That is why this HDL plays an important role in the metabolism of the lipoproteins. How these HDLs are synthesized? The nascent HDL consists of the discoid phospholipid bilayer containing ApoA and free cholesterol. Enzyme LCAT, which is the abbreviation of the lecithin cholesterol acyl transferase, and LCAT activator A1, ApoA1. These bind to the discoid particles, and surface phospholipids and free cholesterol are converted into lysolecithin and cholesterol esters. This enzyme LCAT converts the phospholipids into the lysolecithin, and this fatty acid which is released from the phospholipids is transferred to the cholesterol, and it is converted into the esterified cholesterol. The non-polar cholesterol ester then enters into the hydrophobic interior of the bilayer, whereas the lysolecithin is transferred to the plasma albumin. Thus, a non-polar core is generated, forming a spherical pseudo-micellar HDL covered by thin film of the polar lipids and apolipoproteins. It means that the non-polar core, that is cholesterol esters, they are present inside the core, and they are covered by the thin film of the polar lipids and apolipoproteins. This structure aids the removal of excess and esterified cholesterol from the other lipoproteins. Receptors for HDL. The class B scavenger receptors B1, SRB1 has been identified as an HDL receptor with a dual role in HDL metabolism. In the liver and in steroidogenic tissues, it binds the HDL via ApoA1, and cholesterol ester is delivered to the cells, although particles itself including ApoA1 is not taken up. Just the cholesterol is delivered to these tissues. In the tissue, on the other hand, scavenger receptor B1, they mediates the acceptance of the cholesterol efflux from the cells by the HDL, which then transports to the liver for excretion via the bile in the process known as reverse cholesterol transport. It means that in reverse cholesterol transport, HDL they takes up the cholesterol from the peripheral tissue towards the liver. This HDL3 generated from the discoidal HDL by the action of the LCAT accepts a cholesterol from the tissue via the SRB1, and the cholesterol is esterified by the LCAT, increasing the size of the particles to form the less dense HDL2. This HDL3 is then reformed after selectively delivering the cholesterol esters into the liver. This interchange of the HDL to HDL3 is called HDL cycle. There is another method for the reverse cholesterol transporter, that is ATP binding cassette transporters. This is the second important mechanism for the reverse cholesterol transport, involves the ATP binding cassette transporter A1 and G1, ABCG1 and ABCA1, and these transporters are the members of the transport proteins that couples the hydrolysis of the ATP to the binding of the substrate, enabling it to be transported across the membrane. So whenever the cholesterol is transported, there is hydrolysis of the ATP takes place in these transporter proteins. This ABCG1 mediates the transport of the cholesterol from the cells to the HGL via the ABCA1 promotes efflux to poorly lipidated particles such as the pre-beta high density lipoproteins or ApoA1, which are then converted to the HGL3. Pre-beta high density lipoprotein is the most potent form of the HGL, inducing cholesterol efflux from the tissue. HDL concentration vary reciprocally with plasma triacyl glycerol concentration and directly with lipoprotein lipase. Increased activity of the lipoprotein lipase causes more hydrolysis of the chylomicron and VLDL, which increases the surface constituents that phospholipids ApoA1, which contributes to the formation of the pre-beta high-density lipoproteins and discoidal HDL. So high HDL concentration is responsible for the synthesis of the more high HDL concentration is directly involved with the increased lipoprotein lipase activity, so it is responsible for the decrease of the cholesterol in our body. HDL2 concentration are inversely related to the incidence of the atherosclerosis because they reflect the efficiency of the reverse cholesterol transport. This figure shows the metabolism of the high density lipoprotein in reverse cholesterol transport. These HDL are synthesized in the liver. First, it is in the form of the phospholipid bilayer, and this phospholipid bilayer it accepts the enzyme LCAT and its activator ApoA1, and we synthesize the discoidal HGL. This discoidal HGL, after accepting the cholesterol from the peripheral tissue through the scavenger receptors B1 and ATP binding acid transporter G1, they accept the cholesterol from the peripheral tissue and give it to the discoidal HGL, and this discoidal HGL is converted into the HGL3. This HGL3 now it is changed after losing the LCAT, it is converted into the HGL2, and this HGL2 is taken up by the scavenger receptors B1, where the cholesterol and phospholipids are hydrolyzed, and we can synthesize the bile acids and bile. This HGL2 may be acted upon by the endothelial lipase, and the cholesterol is degraded, and the cholesterol esters are degraded, and we again synthesize the HGL3. Discoidal HGL, after accepting the cholesterol from the ATP binding acid transporter 1, it is can be converted in the pre-beta AGL, and this pre-beta AGL contains the ApoA1. This ApoA1, if it contains in surplus form, it is released into the kidney. So this is how the AGL, they are responsible for the transport of the cholesterol from the peripheral tissues. They goes into the liver, and where they are involved in the synthesis of the bile acids and bile salts, while the from the peripheral tissues, it can when it takes up the cholesterol, it can gives up to the poorly lipidated particles like the pre-beta high density lipoproteins, and it is converted then into the discoidal HGL and HGL3. So this is all about today's lecture.